is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam in for Jeff. The summer games have officially begun.
Yes.
I'm so excited. And over the weekend, all eyes were on the USA women's gymnastic team. Simone Biles made a fierce return to the Olympics with strong performances on the balance beam, vault, floor, and uneven bars, helping Team USA secure the lead during the qualifying session, even though at one point Simone appeared to have injured her leg. Now, as of this taping, Team USA has 14 medals, including 3 gold, 7 silver, and 4 bronze. A lot of those I do have to give credit to the swimmers, and I know that they're first, but credit to those swimmers.
Yes.
Credit to those swimmers.
The swimming's been great so far.
What have you been watching, and what has been some of your favorite moments?
Strangely, because I always watch the Olympics, but it's kind of on, in the corners. I have been watching every single event. Steph, I don't know why I'm so into it, but the swimming, they've been doing a good job of giving us the backstory, understanding that some people are really going to kind of blow the field away, but if they can make a world record. So, I mean, for me, I've never, and Sam's in your honor, I've just been watching the swimming and loving it. Obviously, Team USA basketball looking great as well.
Yeah,
so.
against Serbia?
Yes.
Saw that whole game?
I even watched the paddle boarding. That was
All of it is good.
Yes.
And I want to really quickly talk about some of the stars, and then we can all chat about that because, whoa, many stars in Paris were there cheering on Team USA. Did you guys see Tom Cruise?
He's everywhere.
I know. He was seen making his way through the stands, talking to fans and taking selfies with them.
Cute.
Chrissy Teigen and John Legend were in attendance with their kids. They were also seen chatting it up with Nick Jonas. Of course, Anna Wintour looked stylish as she supported Team USA with Baz Luhrmann.
Whoa.
Wicked stars, Ariana Grande. Oh, and she usually had her sunglasses on. She looked fierce. And Cynthia Erivo sat together as they watched the women's gymnastics team. Lady Gaga has been enjoying the games after her opening ceremony performance. She even posted this video on her Instagram of Simone Biles' balance beam performance.
Wow. It's insane.
And of course, Snoop Dogg had on a patriotic tracksuit with a shirt underneath that had a picture of Simone on it. He was also there, like when the I forget which swimmer won gold, and
Caleb.
Yes,
I
and
saw
then the wife was
with
holding the baby. And
He's
some,
there with everyone.
He's
He was
the
with
best.
Jordan Childs' family.
Yes.
He sits where they think, and then he just shows up. And every day is a new shirt. And they'll be like, Mike will be like, "What are you wearing, Snoop?" He's like, "Coco Gauff, baby."
I know.
Gold shoes, gold everything.
Did anybody see Flavor Flav with the water polo team?
He's sponsoring them.
I know, it's the craziest story. He's with Jill Biden. I was like, what am I looking at right now?
Not Jill Biden's awareness to water polo. Unbelievable for Flavor Flav.
What are some of your favorite stars that you saw? And then how's Team Great Britain doing?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever seen Al so excited in my life. His eyes are like
I'm
on
shocked.
fire.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving Snoop's commentary on everything. He's one of the best correspondents I think we've seen in a long time. He's brilliant. Congratulations to Lady Gaga announcing her fiance yesterday, which was amazing.
Yep.
But no, obviously Simone Biles, I've been following her story. We all know what happened in Tokyo. To see her come back so elegantly after only 6 really hardcore months of training. Let's think about that. 6 months.
I know.
She literally started hardcore going for the Olympics in January. Incredible.
True champion. True champion.
And you asked about England. We're killing the equestrian game. I was loving the cross country, everybody. I was loving it. Did you see?
It was at the Versailles Palace.
Yes.
They were jumping. It was beautiful.
3-point-something miles. Those horses were going for it. The dapples and the Arabs were amazing.
I love it.
I'm really into that.
Good. We all should be. This is fantastic. So let's talk about Friday's opening ceremony, shall we? Things were a bit different this year. As teams floated down the River Seine on boats, Lady Gaga performed a French song at the bank of the river, but we are now learning it was all pre-recorded for safety reasons. They didn't want any of the dancers slipping and falling due to rain. Celine Dion made her stunning return to the stage. I know.
I can't.
I know. By closing out the ceremony from the Eiffel Tower, I was bawling.
Me too.
But a lot of people are talking about the ceremony itself and how strange it was. I loved it, especially this part. There was a headless Marie Antoinette.
I thought that was cool.
That's the building.
It was amazing.
Where
I
she was-
know. A rider galloping on a silver horse and this masked torchbearer running through Paris. Very mysterious. But some people are upset about this scene, showing the Greek god Dionysus. Is that right, Tori?
Yep.
in front of what looks like the Last Supper made up of drag queens. Still, many Christians were upset and protested. What they said was a mockery of the Last Supper. Now, the opening ceremony director said the Last Supper wasn't the inspiration for the scene, but an Olympic spokesperson has since apologized for anyone who may have been offended. What do you think, Al? Do you think that did you like the opening ceremony? Do you think that the Last Supper, whether or not it was the inspiration or not, was tasteful or no?
Well, it depends on what you believe going in. If you believe that really wasn't the inspiration and that's how they took it, when you're putting together an art piece, people are going to look at it and interpret it as they would. I would personally probably say that resembles the Last Supper.
Yeah.
But that's what and so if we're going on that premise, then it's art, and people are allowed to be offended. As a matter of fact, people are supposed to be offended. If everybody likes art, it's hanging in a Hampton Inn.
That's such a good
It's
call.
not real art.
Funny.
It's a great
And
call.
so it's okay. And if people are offended, I'm fine with that. And there will be times that I'll be offended, and I'll have to live with that as well.
Rarely, but here's someone who was offended. Let's take a look. This is Candace Cameron Bure. She was really hurt by this. Take a look at this.
And see the opening ceremonies completely blaspheme and mock the Christian faith with their interpretation of the Last Supper was disgusting. And it made me so sad. And someone said, you shouldn't be sad, you should be mad about it. And I'm like, trust me, it makes me mad, but I'm more sad because I'm sad for souls.
I mean, that's her opinion of the art. I thought it was really cool, different, French. I mean, they pushed the boundaries. They had a menage a trois on the Olympics. They really...
It felt very French.
It did. The whole thing was campy and kitschy and sort of Les Mis, Phantom, Joan of Arc. And I was not offended in the least. I do think some people are allowed to. They felt it was a mockery. I thought it was about inclusivity.
That's exactly what the art director said. He said he said, number one, it wasn't his inspiration, but number two, he wanted the entire ceremony to be inclusive. So no matter who you were, no matter where you are in the world, sitting on a couch watching, you would feel represented. Yeah. So he really tried to do his best to represent everybody, and I applaud him for that.
And when you do that, you offend people, you know?
I mean, I don't know where 150 million euros went. I'm sorry. That's shocking. The boats down the River Seine it's terrible.
I loved it.
You could barely see anyone. I thought it was I felt so bad for the people that spent 1,300 euros for a riverside seat per person.
I would have.
I watched their Instagrams. They saw nothing.
They saw boats. They
saw the floating fire piano with Imagine, the rendition of Imagine.
I mean, look, come on, you guys. I'm sorry. I expected more from the French. Sacre bleu, terrible. I think, some of it, Celine Dion, thank you. You saved the day. The Can girls from Moulin Rouge absolutely did a fantastic job in the pouring rain.
Did you like Lady Gaga's Cabaret?
I thought it could have been better. I'm sorry. It could have been better. If I was Dior and I know how much it costs for those haute couture outfits, trust me, I'd be wanting some kind of reimbursement.
What?
No, I'm serious.
See, that's art, though, because it was probably my favorite opening ceremony.
Oh, please, come on.
This is the entire point. I love it. I love
Can we
it.
just say, everyone, go back and look at the London 2012 Olympics where the Queen jumped out of a helicopter with James Bond.
That was cool.
Where's the moment of that?
That's cool. That was fun.
Coming up on
quite the bar.
DBL, we're talking all about Robert Downey Jr.'s shocking return to the Marvel Universe. And we're talking with Big Brother host Julie Chen-Moonves all about AI entering the house this season.
That was good. The British one.
Welcome back. Marvel is back on top as Deadpool and Wolverine breaks opening weekend records in the U.S. The movie brought in $205 million, making it one of the top 10 movie openings of all time. It also shattered the opening record for R-rated films previously held by the first Deadpool movie that nearly made $132 million back in 2016. Also, this past weekend, fans lost their minds at the San Diego Comic-Con when it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. was returning to the Marvel Universe. He will not be reprising his role as Iron Man. Instead, he'll be going from superhero to supervillain as he portrays Doctor Doom and 2 new Avenger movies. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Wow. And speaking of the San Diego Comic-Con, Jennifer Garner was excited to attend for the first time, but she also missed the event because she was stuck in an elevator for over an hour. Watch.
Guys, we're stuck on this elevator. It's toasty and schwitzy. 9 bottles of beer on the wall, 9 bottles of beer. We're at about an hour. We're beeping now.
We have lights back on.
Okay, everybody, come on, good vibes, good vibes. Yay! Yay! Oh my God, yay! Oh, air! Yay!
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get to the elevator part because Al has a personal story also this weekend. But first, I wanna ask you, what do you think of Robert Downey Jr. returning to the Marvel Universe?
I have absolutely zero feeling on it. I have never watched it, nor will I be watching, so I'll kindly pass over the torch to those of you who actually
That was
care.
so beautifully
Tori,
done.
I will say that I'm going to put that on Sam for going and thinking Steph would have an opinion. Because I was like, is Steph about to surprise us?
Maybe.
And-
I mean, I don't know. I've never watched it. I find it odd that is he not? If he's Iron Man, how can he be this other guy? Is that
Iron
not?
Man's dead.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, Iron
Yeah.
Man died, but I gotta be honest, I'm with Steph. First of all, I was super excited because I love him, but how are you the villain in the same universe where you were Iron Man as the
Yeah.
hero?
He's not the first though. Ryan Reynolds wasn't he Green Lantern, and then now we see him in Deadpool?
Yeah, but this is within the only Avengers universe, so he's switching characters within that. That
Yeah, I
is
do
weird.
find it a little bit odder. They're not any other actors that
Right.
deserve a job.
Right.
And
But
he's made millions already. Give someone else
But
a
doesn't
chance.
Dr. Doom wear a mask most of the time?
Right, so that should be more incentive to like, this is time to get a new face under that mask.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but hey, keep cashing those checks.
But
man.
Sam, you seemed very excited.
I just love Deadpool, and I love all the Marvel movies, but I still have yet to see Wolverine and Deadpool. So I want to get off of me and talk about you quickly.
Yes.
You got stuck in an elevator.
This weekend I did. You know, I was looking at Jennifer Gardner. I was like, oh, so nice. You got stuck in the service elevator. I was at the Hyatt, and it was me, my 2 sons, and 9 new friends, and 2 dogs.
Oh,
and
dogs?
2 dogs were on
That's
there.
scary, too.
Yeah, so I will, you know, I'll put all this on my Instagram, but it just happened this weekend. The kids handled it great. The fire department got there in about 40 minutes or so, and we all kind of, we made it through, but it was as soon as we went up a floor and it just stopped and there was no question. So thank you. I'm happy everybody's safe. And I'm happy Jennifer Garner's safe.
Yes, well said. Coming up on DBL, we are chatting with Big Brother's Julie Chen Moonves. She's telling us all about the new season, including AI being a big part of the game. Welcome back. It was the show that made our very own Jeff Schroeder a star. And now, in its 26th season, Big Brother has more twists and turns than ever. Earlier, we talked to Julie Chen Moonves all about it. Check it out. Please welcome back to the show. We love her, Julie Chen Moonves.
I love all of you. This is my favorite show to do. Seriously, you guys are so much fun. And of course, I have a soft spot in my heart for Jeff Schroeder.
Oh, Julie, thank you.
Join the club.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what's happening today. A star and Julie Chen Moonves. I love it.
You feel
I love
good?
it. It's a good day. It's a good day.
Good day for you. Well, Julie, this season of Big Brother has a surprising new housemate, and it's named Ainsley, who is actually an artificial intelligence player. How do you think the addition of AI will change how the players take on the game? First, and I just want to say that's a brilliant twist in this whole franchise.
Well, let me say for the record, Ainsley scares me. And all of AI scares me. I always say AI is more A than I. And it's BBAI, which means really expect the unexpected. Ooh. So Ainsley's whole purpose is to make the show better, which means it's going to be more difficult and it's going to really heat things up. And she already has. She scares me, you guys. She scares. Run.
I want an Ainsley in my life.
No,
I don't know.
But because if there's any drama, I'll be like, that's Ainsley. I've been pretty.
It's true.
Blame it on me.
Yeah, your scapegoat.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question, because you've hosted obviously since the first season. Congrats to that. Like, how do you guys keep up with the constant changing technology?
I have to hand it to our producers. Alison Grodner has been leading this show since season 2, and she stays on top of what's relevant, which is why this summer, everyone's talking about artificial intelligence, and that's why it's our theme this year. And I think ultimately you're going to see how there's no way something without a human heart can replace a human job. That's how I feel. And BBAI is just going to have fun with it. At the end of the day, Big Brother is really about relationships. We have had more marriages than The Bachelor, and we are not a dating show. Jeff Schroeder, case in point, Jeff and Jordan, one of the most beloved couples to come out of Big Brother, and one of many married couples who now have kids.
Oh my gosh, look at Jeff, all bro.
I like to call Jeff America's sweetheart. He, we always, when they cast, they always want, you want the girl next door, the boy next door, the baddie, the villain, the person who's going to stir things up. And Jeff and Jordan were both America's sweetheart. And the reason I think, and Jeff, you can weigh in, I think the reason it worked is because Jordan refused to kiss you in the house. So you friendship. You were bonded as two people in friendship. The attraction was there, but I remember her saying, I promised my grandma I'm not going to be, if you say something like that, I'm not going to kiss anyone on live television or on TV in the house.
During the season, she used the word no booger. That was the word for sex she used that her grandfather gave her. So I always remembered that. No booger in the house.
And now we all will.
Gosh.
You're exactly right, Julie. You're exactly right. I think that's why we were friends first, and then, we moved on to our relationship. But I want to get this last question, and Julie, we only got a minute left, because on my first season, on both seasons, I should say, there was plenty of twists and turns. I met my wife, Jordan, who you mentioned to, and she won that first season. What do you look forward to the most starting every season? Because this is your 26th season now.
My new children. I love watching the audition tapes. They send me the audition tapes before we actually throw them in the house. So I already come to the table rooting for certain people, and then I'm usually wrong, because then I'm like, "Ooh, didn't see that coming." But that's what I look forward to every season. Is I love the new fresh faces. I mean, I love the all-stars also. Then I get to see people I already love, but I love the new fresh house guests and getting to see what they're all about.
So authentic.
Congrats, Julie, on all the success and the kind words. Thank you.
Julie, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, you can watch season 26 of Big Brother Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays on CBS. Thank you again. Great to see you. We'll be right back.
Always.
Thank you, Julie.
Thanks.
Welcome back. We all know that eating nutritious foods helps keep your weight in check, but experts agree that what you eat first thing in the morning, like avocado toast or chia seed pudding, perhaps, can also help with joint pain and inflammation. So what do you eat for breakfast, and what's your favorite meal of the day?
Honestly, I wish I had a cool answer. I still eat like it's the 1840, so you know it's oatmeal every day.
That's a good breakfast.
I don't care how
Protein.
hot it is outside, how cold. Oatmeal. What about you guys?
You're like gruel. I do a toad in the hole. Actually, kind of British.
What's a toad in the hole?
Bread, whole grain, little cut out a circle. Put your little egg in there.
That's egg in a nest.
A lot of people have different.
That's soldiers.
Yeah, everyone has a different name for it.
Egg
Tin
in a
soldiers
nest.
or something.
Toad, egg in
I
a
call
nest?
it toad in a hole.
Oh, I call it egg in a nest. What do you call it? Egg in a nest?
In a Yorkshire pudding.
No, I
Yes.
call it toad in the hole. That's I don't eat eggs, but that's what I've heard.
All right.
Yeah.
Something that helps your joints along with a good diet is Omega XL. It's a powerful joint support that's helped millions of consumers and is backed by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 800-814-6985 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. Before we go, one of the most memorable Star Wars costumes was sold at an auction last Friday. Of course, that gold bikini, we all know it. That outfit that Carrie Fisher wore as Princess Leia for Star Wars Return of the Jedi sold for $175,000. It was screen tested and worn by Carrie Fisher on the movie set, but ultimately did not make it onto the final version of the film because it was switched out for one that was more comfortable. I'm surprised this didn't get more money.
Right. Well, I think it's because it wasn't in the actual movie. But would Jabba the Hutt care if you're comfortable?
Right.
Right. I mean, who knew Jabba was a nice employer?
Yeah,
I like that.
he didn't care.
Shout out.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's like, are you comfy? And
Yeah.
she's like, I don't, this kind of digs into my side. And he's like, switch it.
That's right.
DBL's new every day. Bye.